Okay, so good evening, everyone. My name is Adeolu Akinyemi, and I'm excited to be the facilitator today to take us through a variety of things that we are going to learn and the things that we're going to be able to apply and utilize in this season. Um, I hope you are all hearing me loud and clear. I'm currently located where I am because that's where I can get the best access for all of us to be able to hear clearly and for the internet not to break so many times. So today we're talking about Money Mondays. And remember, on Mondays, we talk about opportunities to make more money. This meeting is courtesy of the Green Community. It's a community that I belong to and represent. It's a community of people who are interested in their health and their wealth. And we say, of what use is your wealth if you don't have the health to spend it? And of what use is your health if you don't have resources to use to enjoy that health? So we said, you cannot have it in isolation of each other. It has to be health and wealth. So that's the community that I represent and I'm with. Somebody is saying something about volume. Let me see if I can increase my volume so that you can hear me louder. Let me see if I can do that. Audio settings. If it's getting clearer, let me know. Is it better? Can you hear me louder? Is it louder? I'm trying to test out a headset today. So if the volume is better now, just let me know it's better. Okay, it's louder. Good, good, good. So I wanted us to have good volume. Good. So today it's Money Mondays again, and I'm your host, Amadi Akiemi. And today I want to answer the question: where do I put my money? Okay, where do I put money? Where to put my money? Let's spell that out clearly. Where to put my money? So very quickly today, I'm going to be talking about the various vehicles we can use and how to strategize in these times. Reality is, there are people doing a variety of exciting things currently, and it's good that we're able to provide information for as many people as possible to begin to play as well. And I tell people there are three ways to play. You can play for the long term, you can play mid-term, you can play short term. And if I do a quick test here today and I ask people, where do you want to play? Long term, mid term, or short term? Can I have your answer? Please type one. I know somebody will say I want to play all. Somebody will say I want to play two. Just if you had the option and you needed to play only one way, which way would you like to play? Okay, someone said midterm. Abiola says midterm. Chigibere says midterm. Naomi says long term. Olufemi says long term. Well says short term. Okay, I can see that the ladies are long term, the guys are medium to short term. Uh, don't worry, I don't want to generalize, but I can see a lot of mid-term, short-term, long-term, all sorts of terms there. The beautiful thing is you don't have to choose. The beautiful thing is, okay, good. The beautiful thing is you don't have to choose. Okay, you can work with all the terms. You can divide your portfolio and say this portion of my portfolio will be short term, this portion of my portfolio will be mid term, and this portion of my portfolio will be long term. And I also say to people, your strategy should be a function of your age, it should be a function of your sex and your marital status, and what other sources of revenue is possible for your family. It should be a function of your risk appetite. It should be a function of a number of those factors. And I feel excited to work on the template that you can just fill in a few parameters in, and it can give you an idea of your risk appetite. So maybe that's the next tool that I'll be developing. I enjoy tools, and I have a number of tools that I use for various things, and I think that's an interesting tool that we can play with as well. So today, I'm going to be sharing with you strategies for long term, for midterm, and for short term, because in this particular space, you want to participate in all of those ways. And I want to share this with you today, like I said, courtesy of the Green Community, because we're not going to just talk about theories, we're going to also do a few practicals. And because of the nature of my time, I'm going to appoint a few people in here who will help us lead the ideas that we generate. So, and there will be people from the Green Community, paid members of such. Somebody was asking me today, these people that you are sharing these opportunities with, do you trust them? And the reason why I was asking me, do you trust them, is because there are going to be opportunities for me to transfer $1,000 to people, $2,000 to people, to buy things on my behalf because we whitelisted together. They don't have the money I have, the access to funds, but they got the opportunity, and I may need to ship money to them. And it says, do I trust them enough not to disappear with my money? Now, the truth is, the people that I trust absolutely not to disappear with any money are people that we belong to a community together, that we have a long-term relationship that I know, not just online, but physically. And of course, the whole direction of all of these conversations is to build these relationships to a point where that becomes reality. Okay, that's what we want to achieve. We want to get to a place where that possibility is there and real. So we're going to be building together gradually. So I'm going to share strategies for long-term, mid-term, and short-term. And that's going to be the conversation for today. Okay. If you're in the house today and you are ready, just type in that chat box there, yes, and then we'll get cracking. So whether it's long-term, mid-term, or short-term, you have your own there. You have your own ground covered, and we can do this together. Okay, so very quickly today, let's begin to progress with it. So the first strategy I'd like to discuss with us is the long-term strategy. Long term, there are three key strategies you want to play with on the long term. Okay, and these are very serious for me. Please note them, listen to them. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Okay, feel free to ask. If you have questions, please ask. I've been looking at that strategy and I'm wondering how come that strategy looks like that. Now I get it. So long-term strategy, number one, is called dollar cost averaging. Ladies and gentlemen, it pays you on the long term to form a habit of saving your money or saving Bitcoin or buying Bitcoin for savings every day, every week, or every month. Create a circle, create a cycle around the purchase and savings of Bitcoin so that you can be a long-term holder. You want to be a long-term holder of Bitcoin, you want to dollar cost average. And one of the amazing tools you can use for dollar cost averaging is BitNob. BITNOB. Okay, I will not stop saying this because if I understood this in 2017, when the market was very bullish and I got into the market very bullish as well, if what I was doing then was dollar cost averaging, I will not have the burden of some responsibility that I have upon my neck today. Today, I would have plenty of Bitcoins. I will have plenty of value. I will not be in a hurry to sell them off as well because I will have dollar cost average and I will have spent amounts of money that didn't cost me so much to have, and it will have been just another nest egg that I have there that can finance things for me in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, the price of cryptocurrencies will go up, they will go down. The person who is able to maintain a long-term view and stay steady in time is the one who is doing dollar cost averaging. Now, I see that many of the people who are saying yes to me were saying yes to panelists alone. Please, when you want to reply, put panelists and attendees so that everybody else can read what you are saying as well. So dollar cost averaging, DCA. And the best tool in the market today to help you with DCA is BitNob. DCA, dollar cost averaging. It means every week. So I have a plan on my BitNob app, and that I have a number of plans. I have daily plans, I have weekly plans, I have monthly plans. Whether I am there or not, it is automated. All I need to do is buy over vouchers, load my USD wallet, and because my USD wallet is loaded, every day, every week, every month without fail, at the appointed anniversary dates, my USD wallet on BitNob is debited to credit my Bitcoin account, and I'm accumulating Bitcoin. Okay, I started accumulating gradually last year, and now by buying small $1, $3, $5, $10 on various plans, I have been able to accumulate about 0.13 Bitcoin today. Whether the market is high, I started buying when Bitcoin was $10,000. I bought when Bitcoin was 15. I bought when it was 20. I bought when it was less. I bought when it was more. It's not life-changing income. I'm spending amounts I can afford to take out of my salary on a regular basis, and I'm using that to do to create that opportunity. So how does BitNob work? What can I do with BitNob? That's not the question I'm answering in this meeting. That's a question you can go to their Telegram group, t.me/bitnobles, and get to hear more about. But a very good long-term strategy for ensuring that you want to create wealth for yourself via capital gains. I tell you there are two strategies for wealth: for wealth, for advancing your wealth. So there's first of all making money, then there's managing and multiplying. And in between managing and multiplying, you want to learn how to do capital gains and how to do passive income deals. You want to learn how to gain capital and how to generate passive income. And this opportunity within the crypto space offers you these options as well. And one of the things you want to do for the long term is dollar cost average. Okay. If you would like to know more about each of the vehicles, they all have Telegram pages. You can check them out and see what you want to do with them. I'm very bullish on BitNob. I think it's tremendous value. T.me/BitNobles. You can join that community and you can ask all your questions about how this works. This allows you can transfer Bitcoin into your BitNob wallet and then convert it to USDT. You can change your USDT to Bitcoin, send it to your BitNob wallet, and then move into your USD plan so that you can develop a plan so that you don't heavily buy at a particular level and then feel heartbroken. Some people bought Bitcoin when it was $64,000. Now it's 55 and they feel they've lost so much money. BitNob doesn't allow that happen to you. It allows you to dollar cost average, to buy as the market is dropping, to buy whether the market is going up or not, and then you can achieve value doing that. So the very first strategy today is dollar cost average. Please note these things, take notes, because there may be a short quiz after, who knows, and somebody may win something as well. Number two, for long-term strategy is exchanges. Okay, somebody type that for me. Exchanges. Okay, exchange tokens are good tokens to have on the long term. Why? Thank you very much, Abiola Oseni. Why? Thank you very much, Shegba Oyesunji. Why are exchanges very valuable? Because during the gold era, okay, when people are digging for gold and stumbling on gold, some of the people that make the most money in gold era are the people selling shovels. Okay, when you have gold expedition, the people who jam the gold are not as rich as the people supplying them with shovels, supplying them with buckets, so supplying them with with pails. The people who build the industry around the value also become wealthy as the value grows. So if you want to hold something on long term, I'll say by all means hold the most the token or the coin that has the highest market capitalization, Bitcoin. Hold the one that is next, Ethereum. Hold the one that is next, Binance. Hold the one that is next, Polkadot. Hold the one that is next, ADA. Hold those ones over the long term. But much, as important as these vital tokens are, you also have the exchanges. And these exchanges have tokens as well. So on the long term, I'm talking long-term strategies. Okay, on the long term, you want to hold things like Binance, BNB. You want to hold KuCoin. You want to hold Huobi's token, HECO. You want to hold OKEX. You want to hold Uniswap. Okay, Uniswap today has transactions exceeding $1 billion US moving on a daily basis. You want to have some Uni tokens. You want to have 1inch. You want to have Cake. Cake is the token for Pancake Swap. You want to ensure that you're holding those ones. These are long term. It means hold these tokens 5 years from now, 10 years from now. These are companies who would have prospered or made money from the activities of buying and selling that is going on, whether the market is bullish or the market is bearish. You always have these ones in business. Okay, you always have them in business. So long-term strategy, I'll say dollar cost average Bitcoin, use BitNob. Long-term strategy, hold the tokens of the exchanges. And number three, on long-term strategies, hold solid coins. Okay, have long holds for solid coins. Okay, and when I say solid coins, I mean coins within the top 10, top 20 that have solid capitalization, that have serious projects that they're doing. They are long-term strategies. Okay, so if the market cap of particular token is already in the billions, there's not much room for it to multiply by much more. But guess what? They are long-term holds, because whatever happens within the space, these ones will still remain solid. Okay, so this is a long-term strategy. Somebody's asking me, where do we get these tokens? Okay, one of the most reliable places where you can get these tokens, the reliable place where you can get these tokens is again on exchanges. Okay, and today the exchanges we have are in the order in which they are strong. You have Binance. Binance is very strong. You have Ascendex, it used to be Bitmax, that's strong as well. Gates.io kind of like lists a lot. Bilaxy, kinds of like lists a lot as well. You have a variety of these exchanges where you can find this. Now, if you are not very technical, okay, you're not very technical, you just want to be able to buy, provisions will be made on Bitnub to help you swap for certain tokens that can be either in your Ethereum ERC20 or your Binance chain. But if you really want to get, and you want just one exchange you want to be on to have access to these tokens, I personally would recommend that you get Binance. Okay, I can say get Binance, but if you're not very technical, stay where you are. There are some tokens you will not be able to buy because you're not very technical. But guess what? Maybe within the community we'll create, maybe an idea that somebody can hold and lead is to actually help people who can't do this to do it, and give them some level of access to ensure that nobody's in control of their posts as well. But it's very easy. Okay, it's as easy as signing up an email address in these days. You can sign up with any of these platforms and be able to, on the long term, buy 10, buy 15, buy 20, buy 1, buy half, buy 1/10 of a particular token, but have it there and hold it there. Okay, that's good for the long term. Okay, valuable for the long term. Okay, that's long-term strategy. If that's clear, can you type there clear? Somebody's asking me Doge in call. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, be careful with Doge. Doge is not one of those stock coins that I'm very excited about, because there's no serious value, and there's no serious community, and there's been no serious development for that particular token in the last 6 years. It's all a game of hype. Hype works. Okay, I know friends who are making money from the hype. I did enjoy some money from the hype as well in the last few days. I bought low, sold high, but it's not a token I will hold for long, because there's no direct value that I see being added to the ecosystem as of today. Maybe tomorrow somebody will create something for it, but these are the things that I think will be valuable for the long term. Okay. Somebody is saying, please, can there be a physical class to put through the technicalities? Yes, there can be a physical class. I'm afraid of how much I need to charge for it. Okay. So yes, Tron is there as well. Not Trion, it's Tron. So you have TRX. TRX is for Tron. ADA is for Cardano. F is for Ethereum. DOT is for Polkadot. These are other long holds that you can have. Okay, recommended by me, long term. It means in the short term, you will see them coming down from time to time. They will go up, they will come down, they'll go up, they'll come down. If you want to do the long-term strategy, you need to have diamond hands. Diamond hands are hands that are able to hold, and when the market is shaking and they want to force you out of the building, you don't accept, you still hold, because it's going to go down in ways that will scare you, and then it will go up in ways that will excite you. You will feel like selling when it's going up, you feel like selling when it's going down. But if you have diamond hands and you're willing to hold through the times, you can have this long-term strategy. And when I say long-term strategy, I'm talking about 10 years. Okay, I'm talking about 10 years. Okay, very important. Someone is saying, so for these ones, I think you can hold some of them, you can hold a few of each. So the dollar cost average on Bitnub, guaranteed. Long-term holds of solid projects. Some of them you can buy many now, some of them maybe one. Hold a little of each. On the long term, 5-10 years, it will pay you. Okay. Someone is asking me, what about XRP? XRP is one of those tokens that has been funded a lot as well. It's not very decentralized. Typically, if the price of XRP goes very high, then the owner of that company becomes one of the top richest people in the world. That doesn't happen with Bitcoin. That doesn't happen with Ethereum, because they are decentralized. People own them, no creator per se. XRP is like a bank. Okay, it's a centralized organization, and there's been a lot of problems with the US government lately, which normally should make the price of the token really fall and crash. It did fall and crash, but there seems to be some kind of community that is still pushing it up as well. The long-term value of this is a bit shaky. Okay, I won't put all my eggs in that particular basket. Okay, and someone is asking, what's the security on the long term? Is it good to hold in an exchange? My advice is, it's not bad to hold in an exchange if you're intending to trade. If you don't want to trade, you want to have your own hardware wallet. Okay, I currently personally use Ledger Nano, or what you call Nano Ledger. I have a hardware. If I look here, I think my hardware should be somewhere here. Let me see if I can show you what my hardware token looks like. Now, this is, of course, this is because I'm getting serious. I'm a long-term holder. This is my Ledger Nano wallet. Okay, if I can show you that clearly, let me stop sharing for a while so that I can see. So this is my Ledger Nano wallet. Okay, if I open this, this is my hardware wallet. It means for the tokens that I keep here, I need to connect this to my computer, okay, to be able to access the tokens that I have available in my Nano wallet, okay, my Nano Ledger. So of course, once you begin to want to be a long-term holder and you're a serious long-term holder, one of the things you want to ensure that you have is that you have access to a hardware wallet that you can use to create value, you know, around those kind of spaces as well. Okay, so very important. That's an example of what that looks like. So I'll go back to share my screen so I can get, you know, you to understand how this works. I don't want to mix this with too much question and answer already. So if you have questions, please, you can document your questions there. I will answer them after. I know that usually some questions want to leave you, so write it down. Okay. So if you want to hold for long, you need a hardware wallet that helps your journey as well. Okay. Is there a wallet that keeps tokens? Every token has a wallet on Binance. Every token in the exchange has a wallet. Okay. So you can get access to that. So let's go to midterm strategies. Cool. Before we go to midterm strategies, let me give you an idea of what this looks like in a bear market. So for example, in the bear market, this is 2019, April 16. That's about a year ago from today. And look at an idea of the exchanges. So while the market was down and things were looking bad generally on the various pages where you have them, on these exchanges, they were growing. Okay. So for example, if you look at the exchanges, Binance was having 32.4 million visitors in March alone. This year, it's worse, is better than that. This year, they're having about 44 million visitors, sometimes on a daily basis. So in the bear market, Binance, Coinbase, BitStack, BitMEX, Bittrex, KuCoin, Huobi, Poloniex, Bitfinex, HitBTC, Kraken, Yobit, you know, Cryptopia, Bitstamp, Gate.io, Upbit, OKEX, IDEX, Bitom, and Bitmax were growing in number of visitors. They were growing on a month-to-month basis. It was incredible. So of course, exchanges, you know, long-term, you know, the exchanges are not a bad place because they give you discounts in your trading activities, and because people are still buying and selling, there's a lot of value you can gain from having some of those tokens as well. And of course, if you want to have an idea of the tokens you need to buy, look at the coin market cap or go to CoinGecko, look at the top listed tokens, and look at the ratio of the market that they control. Bitcoin controls about 50% of the market, Ethereum about 14%. Binance is moving up very strongly. Polkadot is like Ethereum on extra wheels. Cardano is, you know, launching a few other very interesting things as well. If you look at some of those places, there's some things that you can do for the long term. Okay, so long-term hold. Now let's talk about medium-term strategies, and I'll answer your questions later. For those who need guidance, who need mentorship, who need coaching, we're going to create a way around it. Okay, we're going to build those communities. We have 10x, 20x, and 100x currently. We're going to build more communities, but like I said to you, step up to the highest place, because if you want to be able to solve some of these problems and work together as a team, what is required is that there is a lot more that connects us than just this, because this is not going to last forever. So there needs to be a lot more that connects us than this, that allows us to be able to plan, okay, you know what, let's create this to support our community. And in the growing community, that's where that's possible. So if you're here today and you're not in Green Mondays, I heavily recommend that you join. Find from the person who invited you, how can I be involved in this Green Monday business, and join. Okay, please do that. Okay, it will add value to you, it will aid you. It is important. Okay, it is very important as well. So let's go to medium-term strategies. Someone is asking, can you hold LTC? LTC is not bad on the long term as well. I've not seen many use cases for it, you know, so I'm not very big on it, but it's not bad as well. Midterm strategies. Now, midterm, I'm talking about 1 year, 1 year to 5 years midterm. And I'm saying these are already valuable now, even in this bull market. When the bull market ceases, some of them will still have some value. So I like you to also pay attention to them. let me run you quickly through this one. So there are three categories of things that I'm highlighting here in the midterm strategies as well that I'd like you to pay attention to. One is what we call decentralized finance, and what you call centralized finance, DeFi SEFI. So banks are like SEFIs. Banks are like centralized finances. It means a company, basically allows you to come and save your money and get interest. You can collect loans, you can enjoy those services. The biggest players in this space are the Aves. You have Ave, you have Compound, you have Nexo. These are the big guys in this space. And all of them today are currently doing over 1 billion, 2 billion naira capitalization. They're doing huge capitalization today. Okay? They're doing very big capitalization. Now, this is very important. It's very important to understand market cap. Okay? Market cap is total number of tokens available, or coins. I use coins and tokens interchangeably because they are the same thing. Okay, tokens is just more exciting. It defines that there's a community around it. There are people who believe in it, who use it. Token is it's like currency. So, and currency are driven by communities. The fact that we accept something in exchange for each other makes it a legal tender of some sort. If I can use matchsticks to exchange value with you, because that's how we rate value, or a sheet of paper, then we've already agreed this is what we'll be using. It will have Murit Alabama's head, and then it'll be tendered. So someone's asking me to share a particular screen. So these are midterm challenges. Okay. So these companies are decentralized finance companies. It means they are like banks, but they are banks built on the blockchain. Okay, they work with cryptocurrencies, and they allow you to store cryptocurrencies. So if you wanted to hold, these are some of the places you can hold with. Okay, there are some tokens that you are allowed to hold on Aave. You can hold them on Nexo. You can hold them on Compound. Now, I didn't write those ones here. They are still very good, but their capitalization is already in a billion. And I said market cap is price of token times number of tokens available. Some people are deceived. They feel, this token, Dodge is very small. It's 40 cents. If you can grow to become like Bitcoin, don't get it twisted. Okay? Dodge's price is about 35, 40 cents. But based on the number of tokens available, if you multiply them together, the market cap today is in billions, tens of billions. It means if Dodge ever gets to say $10, it will have overtaken Bitcoin. Even though Bitcoin is 60,000, even though Bitcoin is $100,000 at that time. What am I saying? It's not the price you want to pay attention to, it's the market capitalization. The market capitalization gives you how much room it has in front of it compared to companies or organizations that are doing similar to what it's doing. So today, for example, the Aves, the Compounds, the Aves, the Compounds, the Nexos are 1 point something billion. Even Celsius is 1 point something billion. They've gotten to the billion level. Something like Yield is still in the very few hundreds of millions. So it can still do a 10x. Blockbank hasn't even launched yet. Blockbank is going to launch sometime at the end of this month. The tokens will become largely available to private sales people sometime in June. People who buy Blockbank now can be the first set of people to hold Blockbank. It will become available, I think, next week. Okay, BitNob is some kind of DeFi SeFi as well, because BitNob is now offering loans as well, but it's allowing you to hold Bitcoin. In the future, they can expand the portfolio of tokens you can hold on a BitNob as well, but essentially it's the same kind of offering. From these DeFis, you can put your tokens there, you can get some interest, you can get some loans, you can enjoy this kind of value. Celsius, I've seen Celsius grow through the months. Yield App is young, it's currently growing, it's currently about 60 cents. It has room ahead of it. Blockbank isn't launched yet, it will launch next week. It's something to watch out for. And there are a few other companies that will launch in the DeFi space. DeFi is big. Now, there's another trend that is big that you can pay attention to called NFT, non-fungible tokens. That's also a very interesting trend. And you need to watch out for which one to play with in these ones for the medium to long term. Okay, so CeFi, DeFi, good place to look at. If you look at Mogul is decentralized film finance. So you have decentralized finance for particular objectives now being created. They look interesting, they look sexy. We don't know yet what their trends will be like. We know what the trends for DeFi are, and we can expect that the ones that are just coming on board, if they can execute very fast and do solid projects and solid work as well, they can grow for the long term. Someone is saying something here. It means Dogecoin is a token good to hold. No. Okay, I didn't say anything like that. I didn't say it's a good token to hold. I told you that the market cap is already huge. So there's not much space in front of it. It's a token currently built on a lot of hype, and it will make some people money. It will burn a lot of people. Be careful with that. Number two, for midterms, is called launchpads. Launchpads. Now, something very interesting is happening in the crypto space. There are some companies, there are incubators, there are launchpads. They're the ones who do the IDOs, the initial distribution offering. So initial distribution offering happens on launchpads. What does initial distribution offering means? It means before this token goes to public sale, or before it goes into the public, there's first of all a platform that gives a few people a little access to some as a way of testing out the price in the market. Okay, so they get the tokens like private placements, but not really private sales, just shortly before it gets launched to the public. It's called, they call them token generation events. So the events where some people have access to the tokens, on the day it's going to happen, some people will be given an opportunity to get the tokens ahead. They can get this access by having launchpad tokens, or by winning a lottery, or by whitelisting with the particular projects. So you can have pad tokens, you can have tokens on the launchpad, or you can win a lottery on the launchpad, or both, or you can whitelist and get selected to be able to participate this way. Now let me give you an example. So some of the biggest launchpads we have today are Binance Smart Chain Pad, BSC Pad. There's Paid Ignition, there's Poker Starter, there's DocDAO, there's Bounce, there's Jigstack coming, not here yet. There's Trust Swap, there's Poker Starter, there's a BSC Starter. There are a number of launchpads. There's Kickpad. Launchpads are companies that say, you know what, we will be doing IDOs for different companies. If you want to participate in their pre-sale, you need to hold 1,000 of our tokens, 5,000 of our tokens. Now, some of them tell you there are no guarantees. If you hold 1,000 of our tokens, we're going to have a lottery, and you may be able to win a ticket. Or some of them will say, if you hold this particular volume, you have a guaranteed slot. Ladies and gentlemen, for guaranteed slot on Binance Smart Chain Pad, you need to invest about $4,000 for bronze, about $4,000 for bronze, about $10,000 for gold. You need to invest for silver, you need to invest about $20,000 for gold. For platinum, you need to invest about $4,000. For diamond, you need to invest about $100,000. Not for the investment you want to make, just to get the parts. And then they can give you allocation ranging from $1 to as high sometimes as $600. They can allow you to invest in these particular tokens. And of course, typically, these ones will do 10x, 20x, 30x. Once I have witnessed one do a 100x out of the gates, a small investment opportunity of $80, I've seen it become $8,000 within one day, because you add access based on holding tokens of the launchpad. Now, but guess what? So for paid, for example, if you're going to be able to participate in paid, you will need to have a guaranteed slot on ignition. For paid ignition, you need to have about $300,000. So if you have $300,000 of paid tokens, worth of paid tokens, you can get a guaranteed slot when they're doing the allocations. As you can see, you need a lot of money to begin to play here. Now, one of the ideas that we can do within the green community is we can pull together like 100 people who bring a little each, bring sufficient for the pad, and then can contribute some small amount on top as well that we used to take care of allocations, and they can literally share money, profits every week. So every week we can generate a passive income source for people who come together this way, based on the fact that one person cannot acquire what is required to hold the pad. We can get a number of people collaborating for them for one pad, for more than one pad, and we can enjoy value from there. If that sounds interesting to you, and it's something you'd like to be a part of, fingers crossed, if you are in the 100x community, that's something we'll be looking at in the days to come. Okay, but there are different kinds of launch pads. Okay, and I will show you an example of what they look like so they can have a fair idea of what this looks like as well. Now, of course, there's another category we have called VCs. This category called VC is actually new, and I have the opportunity. So, for example, I am involved in a few DeFi's. Okay, I'm excited about Celsius. I'm excited about Yield App. I'm excited about Bug Bank. I'm very, very driven by BitNob. As you can see, I'm involved there directly as a co-founder. And then, of course, you have the launch pads. Okay, I'm also trying to decentralize into not just one launch pad. I want to be in a number of pads. So there's pools, launch pad. There's a number of them actually. They're growing in number. There's Superfarm. There are many of them. Their tokens are also growing in value because as people are rushing to enter into the launch pads so that they can participate in the deals, the value of the launch pad tokens are also growing. Okay, so we'll probably create a structure for that for people to be able to have access. So on the launchpad I'm in, for example, every 4 days, every week, there is one opportunity or the other. Okay, almost every week. Sometimes twice a week. This month, I have like 4 deals that I have not even done that are still going to happen this month. Okay, on the launchpad I'm on, which is BSC pad. Okay, I'm trying to get on Jigstack as well. So I'm going to be on Jigstack as well. And I'm very bullish about Jigstack. I'll tell you why shortly. And then Poker Starter is big as well. I want to do some Poker Starter. I've done DocDAO before. I left it because I felt I wasn't getting enough value. I want to go back and do some more DocDAO as well. Because once you hold those platforms, they give you access to deals. So literally every week, you can be doing one deal or the other. Now, many of us may not be able to manage all of this running around. So the first of graduates that we have, that we train, that qualify, that know how to do it, and can work with that, this can be something that they will be able to do and support the other community with as well. And like I said, the VC option is something that is new. So Gains is a VC token. I think is a very good place to be on the medium to long term. As I was sharing this message, there was a message that came for me on my Gains Telegram group. Okay, they say they are working to get us more deals. So for example, on Gains, just day before yesterday, we all got a deal for Block Bank. So this Block Bank that I say is coming, we're able to get allocation on Block Bank on Gains. So because I'm in Gains, I was able to get access to an opportunity for Block Bank. I was able to invest some money there. It will get launched soon, and I will enjoy the profit that comes from there as well because I was holding Gains tokens. And they also do some lottery once in a while and say, look, even if you're not holding as much as 10,000 tokens, because that's the minimum, and 10,000 tokens currently is about $10,000. If you're not holding that much, why not hold a little? When they do a lottery, you can get to win some access to be able to invest with them as well. They know that investing with some of these platforms, you can multiply your money by a number of folds, so they make it come at a premium. So these are midterm strategies. If it's clear to you, these midterm strategies and all of these parts have their tokens. So BSC part is a token, Paid is a token, Poke is a token, Doc is a token, Stack is a token. Stack is a platform running their own platform called Lemonade. The tokens for that will be available from this week. So you can join us in that. We'll announce the timelines, the dates, when to look out for it, when to jump in, what price to look at on the Telegram community groups. So you can get the link from Telegram community groups. I think we'll rebrand the Telegram community groups and make it easy for people to join. And then we'll lock it later in the future. We'll open it now. Let's grow the communities to as much as they can be. Let the only elite community be the 100x GM squad. Anybody who wants to join that is to join us to join that as well. But these are midterm strategies. Okay, if it's clear, please say clear so that I can move on to short-term strategies. Okay, thank you very much. I can see that some people have it clear. Okay, good. Now, this is an example of the platforms and their ratings. So this is a sample of the platforms and their ratings and the kind of results that they have experienced on the platforms before. Now, some of this is mind-blowing. Okay, someone is asking, how do I join the community? If you want to join the Green community, you need to become a member of Green Mondays. You need to find the person that invited you and ask them, how can I join? The minimum price for being a part of Green Mondays is bronze as the minimum level. The highest level is VIP. You can choose the rank. We have bronze, silver, gold. It's the same thing everybody's doing. Okay. Will I be careful? Yes, don't worry. In the communities, we'll share a lot more. I've been extremely busy, as you can see. The way some of this work, you can't imagine. I have full commitments to Green Mondays to drive. I have full commitments to drive with BitNub as well. I have full commitments to ensure that these opportunities can come across to people that can make the most of it as well. I have full commitments to drive a variety of things, so you can imagine how much time I have full commitment to make disciples, for Jesus as well. So I'm very passionate about faith. So I have a lot of commitments essentially. So, but yes, we're making time out of no time to make sure that things are possible. Within the communities, we'll share more. We'll probably need to organize a proper training class. As soon as I can find time for that, we'll do it for those who want to learn. So here's an example of what the Launchpads look like. The biggest Launchpad as of this April 8th rating. This is Binance Smart Chain Pad, BSC pad. The market cap is about $39 million, meaning it's still, if you multiply that by 10, that's 390. If you multiply by 100, that's 3.9 billion. It means it can still do 100x. If it does 100x, it will nowhere be near Doge. It will nowhere be near XRP. It will nowhere be near many people that are not even doing anything, but are sitting in those kind of positions. Now, Binance Smart Chain Pad, on the average, by April 8th, had done projects that have given 68.2x. Now, 68.2x is not 68% return on investment. It means people who put $200 on deals, on every deal in Binance Smart Chain Pad, have their monies multiplied by 68. $200 became, it became $17,000. Literally. Oh, sorry, it became $200 became $14,000. On paid ignition, they've done 53.6x. On poker starter, they've done 3.6x average. Okay. On DAO Maker, they've done 106. They've done 29.1x. On Zido, they've done 22.4x. On TrustSwap, they've done 19.2x. These are the kind of values that they've been able to enjoy on these platforms. And these are the top 10. So, of course, and we've been asked my Chain Pad because I felt it was top one. I think it still is. The days coming will let us know, will let us know what is possible and how it's available. Okay, but these are the medium-term strategies. Now, short-term strategies. Let me share with you short-term so I can answer the quick questions and close this meeting. So short-term, these are things I think you should pay attention to on the short term. Please, if you have questions to ask, there's a question and answer button in front of you. Type your questions there. I have 10 questions. I will take this 10 as soon as I finish presenting. So if you have questions, please put them there in that place so that when I'm answering the questions, and please put your name so that you're not anonymous. And I can answer you directly. If you're anonymous, then I can also be anonymous in answering your question. So short-term plays are speculation based on major announcements. So we can speculate, and I'll tell you my own speculations based on the information I have and the announcements that I think are going to happen. These are things that I think will do well on the short term. Some of them have long-term potential as well, but there's a short term there's value in the immediate term. One is Kelv VPN. This is a secrecy app. It's a privacy app that allows you to be able to have a VPN that doesn't make your location for where you are clear, and it works with the token. People are able to pay with the token. People are, there's governance set with the token. There's reward set with the token. They seem to have a solid system that looks like they know what they're doing and can gain traction in the short term. Okay, Kel VPN is currently, as of the last time I checked, was trading at about 70 cents. Somebody mentioned that it went to as high as $1 already. I have it from some news centers that this is a token to watch out for in the next 1 month based on certain key parameters and the fact that the tokens for private sales people will not be available for another close to 60 days, the token, and they have already released their staking plan and their liquidity provision plan, this token may gain 5x, 3 to 5x over the next few weeks. So the token ticker is KELVPN. You can find it on Binance Smart Chain. You can find it on Ethereum Smart Chain. Ethereum is ERC20. You may want to get some KELVPN for yourself. Number 2 is still my very, very old and regular FXF. I shared FXF with people when FXF was about 70 cents, 60 cents. Today, FXF is ranging between 1 and 1.4. Over the last few days, it has oscillated between 1 and 1.4. There's a news item that says by May 3rd, they are launching one of their key products. They've already sent the tests and demo sites of their site. They are launching one of their key products by May 3rd. FXF is an exchange. So in some ways, FXF is like Binance. In some way, FXF is like Coinbase. Why? Because FXF is licensed in Singapore. So it's not only operates as an exchange in the crypto space, devoid of regulation, it is actually regulated. So FXF is like a blue chip company that has huge potentials. They have an announcement coming May 3rd. So we expect that the value will grow maybe until April 30, 31st. There may be a correction for people who join because of the news. There may be a slight correction, but this is one token you don't even want to hold only on the short term, has long-term potential. But the short-term value is between now and May 3rd. You can see what's possible there. Number 3 is OMI. OMI is a token ticker for Ecomi. Ecomi is a company that kicked off, I think, 2018, thereabout. They've already done over 2017. They've already done about 4 years already. They were very slow at the start, but the NFT trend today is catching up on them because they're the first people really in the NFT space. They're currently over $1 billion in capitalization, so maybe 5x, maybe 10x still possible. There's a news item coming in the next 1 week, Pikachu or so, that's supposed to be announced, that makes people bullish to say this can do 3x to 5x within the next few weeks as well. When the Pikachu information comes in, they have an app that they partner with that you can use to make NFTs. They have licenses with comics and cartoon characters that allows you to be able to create NFTs after them. People have been selling and making money from those NFTs. OMI looks like something that is short term and do very good value as well. Then you have ERN. ERN is Eternity Chain. Eternity. I like that word eternity because it sounds like eternity. And this is an NFT play as well, and they have a number of stars on lockdown. The latest star they just announced they're going to do NFT for an auction is Arantos do Nascimentos, popularly known as Pelé. Okay, and they feel that Pelé may kick this token price to the moon. It's currently at about $20.19. I've seen it go as far as 70. I've seen it as low as 3. There seems to be some room there. The capitalization is less than 300 million. I think there's still a lot of space around it. You may also look at it for short term as well. Jigstack is not launched yet. It will launch on the 22nd of April. It's a pad. It has an Earthlink, which basically allows you to have a network marketing kind of structure around the utility of the platform. People who come before you can enjoy value based on the fact that you came later. Jigstack for me is many shades of colorful. And I think that's something that can do very, very well as well. Watch out for it. Don't buy at too expensive, but that particular token is one you want to buy and have a number of, because the pads, it's like a pad as well. These pads, the best time to buy them is when it's early. You spend little money to buy them, and then your money begins to grow there. And then later they say, you need $100,000 to join this place, but you already had it before it agrees to that value. Okay, and then for short-term play, finally as well, you have what you call trading with signals, trading with bots. You can trade. Signals means you have a group and you can set up one where we say today, Bitcoin is going to go up. Tomorrow, this one is going to come down. There are signal groups. People pay to join signal groups. That's one way. Or I don't want to even bother myself. You can use a bot. Okay, there are bots that you can use. There are bots on different exchanges that you can use that can help you. There are also exchanges that allow you to mirror. So the particular token coming called Alpha, ALPHR, basically allows you to mirror. There's an exchange platform called BitGet as well that also allows you to be able to that allows you to be able to that allows you to be able to mirror somebody else as well. So it's important that you know a few of these things so I can know which options you want to follow. Now, very quickly, I'm going to take the questions. So let me stop sharing and answer the questions that are before me. If it's clear to you so far, you're following the gist, you're learning, it's sounding exciting, you want to do more with this. Yes, FXF is Thinks Flow. Thinks Flow. Thinks Flow, FXF. FXF is going to be big. It's a blue chip, it's going to be big in the future. I'm encouraging people to. I have a few as well. Sometimes I get tempted to sell to buy something else, but it's where I'm borrowing myself sense. I'll say, you know what, hold this, hold this, hold this. Imagine the people who held BNB from 2018. It was $3. Yeah, it got as low as $3. Now BNB is $500. Yeah, so they have multiplied their resources by 150, 170. Imagine that you put $1 million there, then it means you have 170 million naira now. It's that simple. So when I say long hold, those are the ones just, keep with your wife. Keep with your wife and tell your wife, don't give this to me except I give you a house. That colorful. So very quickly, let me just take the questions one by one. Is there a wallet that holds the tokens on Binance, sir? Yes, Binance has wallets for every token that they have. They don't have all the tokens, but the one that they have, every token has a wallet where it's kept. Still under the purview of Binance, but they can keep tokens there. Abiola is saying, please, can we have a physical class to put one through the technicalities? Yes, you can have a physical class. I hope you are ready to pay for the classes though, because classes for this, I see that people are charging, and I don't even know how much value people are getting. It's about $2,000. So if you're going to take me away from what I'm doing regularly, well, we need to organize anyway. So if people can catch this fast, I'm willing to train a few people who will train others as well, and we can democratize this and make this cheaper. Okay? I'm teaching anyway, so please, I'm yet to understand this Bitcoin business. I really want to do it, but I need to know more. Yes, Evelyn, very, very much so. Please do not put your finger into anything until you are clear. One of the biggest problems here is people who have handled responsibility to others now hounding them. I bought this thing with you before. How far is it going now? Everybody needs to understand so that they can handle things directly themselves. I can see that physical class, people are clamoring for physical class all over the place. Physical class. Okay, I will do a physical class. Okay, and I will ask people from here who are very keen and interested to organize the charges as well. I will be able to steal 2 hours, on a few days to ensure that I can add the value to make it happen. So physical class, but we'll charge for it. How can I start earning massively on BitNob? If you want to earn massively, there are 2 ways. One, you can become an ambassador. Okay. One, you can be doing your own savings, and then 2, you can plan to become a BitNob ambassador. BitNob ambassadors, we have their categories. They have bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, MVP. They have different ranks, and it's based on how many people you have referred, how much you have in your wallet, and how much people you have referred have in their wallet as well. You want to check that out. You can be earning monthly. I can be sharing in fees with BitNob by being an ambassador. So you want to be an ambassador. And then number 2, as you save dollar cost average, your value grows as well. I've technically multiplied my money by 2 on BitNob in less than 4 months. So I think that's massive as well. I'm technically unbanking myself and ensuring that my money is in USD in my BitNob app, and I'm buying Bitcoin regularly, so that as it grows, as it goes down, as it goes up, I'm buying. I have a long-term strategy for some of the funds. I have short-term for some of the funds. I have a plan called Spoil My Girlfriend plan. Short-term, I want to spoil my girlfriend, and I'm planning to. And the plan for my Spoil My Girlfriend, even though I've not put so much, it has gained value as well. So that's exciting. What is the minimum amount for investment in a long-term investment? $1. It can be as low as $1, $10. It's up to you. But long term, if I buy a token long term and I can buy Bitcoin of $1. Even though Bitcoin is $58,000, I can buy $1 worth. Anyone with a 5 years hold, please. I don't know what that means, but yes, you can hold 5 years. How safe is the Nano Ledger wallet? It's safe. It has a password. So my Nano Ledger wallet has a password. I can show you what that looks like very quickly. Once I come on, I put it on. Okay, it won't even come on until I connect it to my laptop. So there's a cable. I connect the cable. Once I connect to my laptop, it comes on. It has a password. I need to put my password in before anything happens. So it's safe. Yeah, it's safer than having it all online. Let's collaborate on this launchpad. Sounds great. Okay, good. Join us in Green Mondays. Sign up. Be a distributor. Don't be a quiet one. Be active. Because somebody said something recently and said, look, let's create something for just VIPs. Everybody wants to be in their level. So we'll probably have the levels as well. VIP level, platinum level. Like this launchpads too. But yes, we're going to start something in that direction. Watch out for it. How can we hold this blockchain? How can we hold this block bank before the launch? By having, so block bank is going to be launched on Binance Smart Chain Pad. So because I hold Binance Smart Chain Pad, I will get some block bank before it launches. Because I have gain tokens, I will get block bank from them before it launches. Because I'm in a number of communities where the inner deals, the inner carcass deals are shared, I will get access via those channels to these things. Now, in 2018, one of the things I wanted to do was get as many people involved in the access I had, but shortly after that, the bear market came, and it wasn't very good. So I've told myself I won't do that again. Okay, whatever I have access to as a group, I'll have access to. If I'm going to get everybody involved in anything, I will show them the pathway. They'll do it themselves. If it goes good, I'm happy for you to give me a prophet's offering to come and say thank you and say, see, we don't understand. That $5,000 it has become 1 million. Take your own. I don't mind. But I will show you how you can do it. I'll let you do yourself. What I have access to, maybe in some communities, when we get to that level of trespass and people will not hold you responsible for the decision that they make themselves, we can do that. Okay, so but you can get access to block bank in those ways. How do I join the community? There's a page, there's a username required. Somebody who invited you here needs to share with you. If you know the person, boss the person, tell the person, how can I join Green Mondays? It's that simple. Can I get the record of this session? It will be available on YouTube, on my channel. Please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification button, so that when the future videos are posted, you can get it as well. Anyone with a 5-year hold, what does that mean? What do you mean? Anybody that wants to hold for 5 years or anything that they have for 5 years, the question is not clear to me. If the question is clear, I will be able to answer it. How one reduce gas fees when buying these Ethereum-based tokens? It can be huge. Yes, my brother, the gas fees on Ethereum base is huge. I checked how much I've spent on gas fees. You won't believe it. I've spent over $30,000 on gas fees in the last 5 years. I'm asking myself, how much have I made that I've spent so much on gas fees? The gas fees are crazy. $50, $100, $80, $70. That's how they charge on Ethereum. So whatever it is that you're doing, it better be what is valuable. And that's why I think Binance may take over and overtake Ethereum. So midterm, hold BNB. Because BNB, for the same things you are doing on Uniswap, and it's costing you so much gas fees, BNB charges you cents, not dollars, cents. If I had an option, I will stick with Binance Smart Chain Pad. I will not touch ERC20, but I don't have a choice. Well, it looks like in the days to come, we'll have a choice. So the ways to find out how to do it on Binance Smart Chain, that's the best way. What bots or signal groups can you recommend? It's tough to recommend. I can recommend a few bots. There's a bot I can recommend called DigiBot. I'll share it within the communities. Yeah. I'll share with you the communities and how you can gain access to it. For the bots to make sense, you need to be trading with at least $1,000 on the exchange. Okay. Can you give us more info about the bots? Yes, I will dedicate a session to the bots. I will do a session not on Monday. I will do a midweek session sometime where I'll talk about the bots. I'll show you how to sign up. I'll show you how to get in. I'll show you how to get started. I'll show you a free bot and I'll show you a paid bot. Okay. Hello, sir. How can we get help to fund e.g. our Binance wallets easily as against buying from P2P to avoid potential issues with P2P there? Can we do this via our own trusted community, just like for over vouchers? Yes, we can. We can create a trusted system where we can have exchange going on. I can get a few people on this group who I know can be useful that way to help as well. So we'll create a system to help that. Like, can somebody say something? He's saying it to me personally. Let me read what he has said. He says it's not really fair that you're using 2018 experience not to want to help again. If 2018 experience wasn't good enough, 2018 experience might make up for the bad experience of 2018. I hear you. I hear you, my brother. You know, I know how much drain on my energy, and I know how much I'm doing today to ensure that that experience can be sorted. And I don't want to create something for myself again, you know, on top of that. So I want to solve that one, and I will solve that by God's grace. When I hear you, you know, I am still trying to help. All I'm still doing here is still trying to help, but I'm trying to help in such a way that I don't drown myself. So let's say I'm a swimmer, people have jumped in, they are drowning. I want to be able to help them without getting drowned myself. And yeah, maybe we'll, because even then we had very strong terms and conditions. This is crypto, your money can be lost. This is, but I think the challenge is my own heart. My heart is such that I'm excited when people are making money. When you are not, I take it personal as well. And I think I need to protect that. So I want to help in such a way that I don't become a collateral damage for the help as well. So, but I'm not using it as a business not to help. I'm still helping. We've still done more goal, you know, and I've given people an opportunity to have access to what they could not have had access to, if not that 3 weeks before the offer was made to them, somebody already secured it. Okay, so those of us not in Nigeria, as per physical class. If you are not in Nigeria, don't worry, we will do a Zoom class. The physical class will be on Zoom as well. Good day, sir. I saw this training on Instagram and filled the form and the link was sent. As such, I wasn't referred by anyone. How can I join the link? Okay, okay, Bukola, what you want to do is you join from my Instagram. You want to be able to buzz me. You want to be able to buzz me. I don't know. So I'll give you something that you can use to reach me, and let's take it from there. And if you join through anybody's Instagram group as well, the same thing suffices. Are you familiar with mypatricia.co? I'm hoping that BitNob will do more in the future. I don't know about it. I'll check it out. If it's something that can be useful, sure, happy to always check and see what's possible. BitNob, if I can give you a little insight into BitNob, BitNob is BitNob is a company that is going far. The quality of people backing BitNob today, the quality of places, partnerships, and places is looking for is actually global. So we're going to check out all of that and see what can be applied. The caliber of people backing the biggest unicorns out of Nigeria are backing BitNob as well, and we expect that it's going to be amazing. True. How will I join mentorship for young people? Yeah, there's a group that I currently have called Upgrade Protocol. If you want to be involved in that, there's someone you should be in touch with. I will try and give you the person's number if I can get access to it directly quickly here. So you can link up with her. And oh, okay. You can link up with her. She can add you to the group. She can add you to the group for mentorship. Yeah. And it's not only young people, everybody, anybody that is interested is that interested in that, can, and this is just general guidance. I've put it there in the page there. Yes, I spoke about holding for 10 years. And what that means is if I buy something, I keep it, I don't sell it. The market goes up, the market goes down. I just keep it for as long as I want to hold it. Holding means I don't sell. No matter how exciting it looks, I keep on holding. Somebody said he sold, I got a message from somebody in a group I belong to, one of the teammates in the group, said he sold 4,000 Bitcoins. He sold 4,000 Bitcoins in 2013. He sold them for $100 each. So he made $400,000 from selling 4,000 Bitcoin. And he said he bought each of them for $1 each. He bought them $1 each in 2011 or so. And he sold them for $100 each. He felt he had made 100x. Of course, he had made 100x. But today, he's asking himself, is he all right? How he didn't sell 4,000 Bitcoin? Why didn't he just sell half and keep half? Why did he just sell 100 and keep, people always buy their figures like that. It means you need to ensure that there's a particular value of anything you're transacting in that you do not sell, that you hold. Are we to use Bitnum app to trade the short play? Yes, you can use it to trade. You can buy when it goes up, sell. When it comes down, buy. When it goes up, sell. You can actually use that to increase the value of the money you have as well. Can we create a group of risk taker? Someone is asking that. Later, we can look at that. What's the minimum fund requirements for trading? If you want to trade, I'll say put $1,000 there. Okay, you can trade with small amounts, but the fees to move back and forth, may make it only worthwhile when you have put in some money. Thank you. Okay, good. Sir, please, what do you have to say about BCH, Bitcoin Cash? Bitcoin Cash is good. Bitcoin Cash was a Bitcoin fork. It's all about token. There's not a lot of hype or noise around it these days. I think if you buy and hold, maybe, well, I like the things I have. So if I look at the exchanges, Uniswap, the fees that we're complaining about is being charged by Uniswap. Uniswap is making $50 per some transactions. Is that a good company to invest in? Yes. It means they will grow in value. They are making money. They will grow in time. So you want to do things that have use cases that can grow in time. What are your thoughts on the Ethereum network? The CEO of the Ethereum network is a body. It's somebody that I have connections with. I've chatted with a few times. We are in some groups together. So it's somebody I can read directly. I didn't know early enough about Ethereum. I will have bought Ethereum. I think Ethereum is good as well. You need to buy a lot of Ethereum to have guaranteed allocations. They're like a pad as well, of some sort. They're like a mixture of a pad and a VC. So Ethereum network, yeah, great company. If you look at Binance Smart Chain Pad, Ethereum network is a partner, is an advisor on Binance Smart Chain Pad. So it's one of the places that made me feel confident about even Binance Smart Chain Pad was seeing that Ian Friend, his name is Friend, is on it as well. So yeah, my thoughts about it are good. I think if you can afford to have their tokens, they have two tokens, FRM and FRMX. I think they are wonderful to get on top of as well. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, short past the runway. It's been my pleasure sharing with us tonight. I hope we've gotten value. Somebody's sending me something. There's a private sale that someone just sent to me now to check out. That happens regularly. They send you things, go and look at, do due diligence, see if it's something you want to get involved in. And then you can look at if you want to get involved in it or not. Okay, on the question about trading with Bitnum, if you're going to trade with it, you are not allowed to sell without fines. If the tenure of your investment has not been reached. Oh no, if you want to trade, you don't need to put on a plan. If you want to trade, just move from USD to Bitcoin wallets, Bitcoin wallets to USD, not on the plan. What you have on the plan can be on the plan. What you can trade with is what you have in your USD wallet and Bitnum wallet. That was somebody else's question. This was asking how they can trade with Bitnum. What do you mean by gas fee for Ethereum? If you are swapping on Uniswap, every time you do a transaction with your MetaMask, to swap tokens, to buy tokens, to connect to it, the fees you use for executing everything you are doing is Ethereum. Your Ethereum will be going down for every transaction. So for example, I need to keep $1,000 in my Ethereum for 2 days. In 2 days of spending and doing different things, I will have spent like $1,000. So is that bad? So the fees are high. For each transaction, I want to change this to this. I want to buy this. It charges fees $20, $30, $40. Sometimes in high seasons, $91. Okay, so those fees are there like that. So Ethereum has those fees. Binance Smart Chain, Binance doesn't have those fees. Their fees are less. So I prefer Binance Smart Chain personally. MetaMask can use BNB if you're on Binance Smart Chain, or you can use Ethereum if you are using ERC20. If you're on Uniswap, it's Ethereum. If you're on PancakeSwap, it is Binance. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have gotten value tonight. If you've had a good time and you have learned a lot tonight, I am going to spend time to digest what you have gotten. I am going to participate and connect with the communities and see how you can have more value. Can you just type, yes, I got value in that chat box as we bring today's meeting to a close. Thank you very much for paying attention and listening to me. Do have a phenomenal week. And don't let this be theory alone. Listen to the things again, capture the things that you need to use, and take action. God bless.